Good afternoon, Fantasy Bay. Mike Williams here with another Week 10 game preview. And today we're going to be going over the Packers versus the Panthers. Let's get it started. So we're going to start with the over-under at 47.5. The spread is -5. Packers, it was -7. Now it's -5. We're going to start off with the Panthers. So here's my thing. Cam Newton. Cam. You came out and you were like, hey, ain't nothing wrong with my ankle. Nothing wrong with my foot. We good. Don't worry about it. We watch you play and we like, you're not playing real well. You're not running real well. What's going on? Coach, what's going on with him? No, he's fine. He's good. Good to go. Into the game. Actually, my ankle's been hurting. Okay, well, maybe he's going to be out for a little bit. A little bit turned into, I'm going to be out for multiple weeks. He should have been fine by now. My man went and just saw a specialist. I don't know about you, but I held on to him for way too long. I dropped him like 3 weeks ago. I'm not holding on to Cam Newton. I think it's a wasted season for him. It's very disappointing. I was very much so looking forward to him coming back. Being a dual threat quarterback, I thought he had the tangibles, but ankle really holding him back. So that's going to hold him back. But Kyle Allen stepping up. He had 19 fantasy points last game. Before that, got goosed against San Francisco, but then he played pretty well against the Bucs. It's going against Green Bay. They're the 20th ranked. Actually, they allow the 20th fewest points against the quarterback with 15. That's very good. I'm not trying to play Kyle Allen personally, and I don't think anyone else is. Let's go to the next one. DJ Moore, I've been talking and listening to a lot of people that really like DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel. Me personally, I'm not trying to play them. The Packers allow 20 fantasy points a game to the wide receiver position. That is one of the worst. I'm not trying to play DJ Moore or Curtis Samuel if I don't have to personally. Christian McCaffrey is... You're playing him every week. He's a monster. Do I really need to go into how fantastic this man is? He's absolutely unstoppable. He's one of the best running backs I've seen. He's elusive. He's strong. Start him, obviously. I think he's going to probably end up being the best running back this week. The Packers allow the 7th most fantasy points to the running back position at 22. That's amazing. Christian McCaffrey is on the field 93% of the time as a running back. That's unbelievable. He's number 1 in the league. Absolutely phenomenal. You got to start him. Greg Olson is an anomaly for me. I want to play him, but it hurts to play him. 9 fantasy points, 3 fantasy points, 7 fantasy points. That's okay, but he's never going to have like a crazy 2-touchdown week. Well, not never. I don't think he has a 2-touchdown week this week, but I do think that he can be okay. Green Bay actually is not very good against the tight end. Allows the 6th most fantasy points to tight ends with 9. I think he could end with about 9 fantasy points. So I think that that's pretty much spot on. If you really need a tight end, I think that he can be a top 10 fantasy play this week. And I'm not trying to start the Carolina defense against Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers been playing very well, and I don't want to mess with that. All right, so let's get to the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's extremely talented, and he is shutting some people up. I have him as a top 10 play this week. I think he plays fine against the Panthers. The Panthers are middle of the pack against quarterback, allowing 16.5 fantasy points a game. I definitely think that Aaron Rodgers goes over that. He's a beast. And to go over that, he's going to need some help. Devontae Adams, I have him as a top 10 play this week. He's starting to get his footing. He didn't have a great game last week, 11 fantasy points, but I do believe he plays much better this week. Panthers are middle of the pack against the wide receivers, and Devontae Adams is a beast, and I don't think that he likes not getting as much love last week. He did get 11 targets on 7 receptions, but he only had 41 yards. Aaron Rodgers is going to try to feed his number 1 wide receiver because that's what you do. And I'm not starting any of the other wide receivers. I really can't tell you which one is going to be relevant. I'm not playing them. Aaron Jones, playing him, though. I got him as a top 10 play this week. He's a beast. One place you can hit the Panthers is on the ground. They allow the 6th most fantasy points to running backs at 23.8. That's beastly. Love to see that. I think Aaron Jones is going to be viable in the passing and rushing game. Jamal Williams has been doing a lot of work in the air in comparison to on the ground. He's only had 2 attempts on the ground last week, 7 attempts before that, 3 attempts before that, and 14. It's kind of it makes me a little nervous that he is a little more touchdown dependent. He's had a touchdown in the last 4 games. So at some point that's going to stop, but I do think that he has been very viable, and as a flex play, I think he's a fine play this week. I'm not starting Jimmy Graham, and I'm not starting the Packers defense, so I think that's going to do it. If you have any questions, don't forget to hit me up. Check out my social media down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mike Williams, Fantasy Bay. I'm out.